Hey, what's up guys? This is Ryan and this is a 9-month update on my recovery from a ruptured patellar tendon. I had surgery to repair a complete rupture in my left patellar tendon just a few days past 9 months at this point. I was making videos pretty regularly up until about a month ago, and then I had a sort of a string of things happen where I went on vacation, got sick for a couple weeks, and just a few things where I couldn't make a video. The good news is my knee has continued to improve during that time, so I'm really excited about that. At the 9-month mark, it's almost hard to imagine it's been 9 months, to be honest. If you guys are in this in the beginning, it goes really slow, but once you get to the point where you're back to work and you're able to kind of do everything, you're back to life, things start to really move time-wise, and so it's almost hard to imagine for me it's been that long. The state of my knee, I've showed the knee before. I still have, a little bit of the knee itself just doesn't look like the other knee. And I'm okay with that. That's not a big deal. As far as my leg goes, my quad is actually starting to come back quite a bit. It's really hard. I can't show it on video, but if I'm standing and looking down at my legs, I can see the volume difference between my uninjured leg and my injured leg. There's still a difference there, but it's quite a bit less than it was, and so I think probably within the next couple months maybe I can get that back to full size. My knee day to day really doesn't affect me. I would say in just everyday activities I'm probably 95% better. That 5% just being a couple really weird little things, like for instance if I got to get down on my hands and knees on the floor, it is uncomfortable to put my knee on a hard surface. I can do it if there's a little bit of a pad and then it doesn't bother me at all, but to put it on a hard surface is a little bit uncomfortable. I still do have a sort of a little bit of numbness around the outside here, and I actually I don't know if I've just gotten used to that or I don't notice it as much. The only time I notice it is if I'm driving, especially if I'm driving long distance. I have a tendency to just kind of rest my knee on the door of my car, and I do notice it's got a weird sensation there. Outside of that, I don't have a lot of discomfort in my knee, definitely day to day. Any kind of work I got to do around my place, going up and down a ladder, anything I got to do, I can carry stuff. I can get out and climb up on a wood pile and cut wood with a chainsaw, whatever, you name it. No issues there. Where I'm still recovering is in more advanced activities. So, physical activities, whether that's playing a sport or some of my lifting. The knee is actually feeling, better and better all the time. I am able to do kind of a single leg squat deeper than what I could do before. I've been doing it off of about a 16-inch stack of weight plates, drop down, touch my heel. And that's considerably higher than I could do even a month ago before I kind of, made my last video. So leg is getting stronger, knee is feeling better all the time through all those range of motions, even with load on them. I've only really been back working out for about the last week, so I've had some kind of, get back into it workouts where I've not gone full on, doing some squats, really focusing on trying to get my squat to where it's straight and I'm not biasing it in one direction when I go down. So workout wise, hoping to be back to that next week. Couple things, I get a lot of questions about certain things, and one of them is running. And I'm not really a runner. I can run. It's something I've done a lot of running in my life, but I generally don't like to do it. I tend to get my cardio from surfing or even swimming, just for staying in shape for surfing. And so I don't do it a lot. I'll sometimes hit the treadmill, and because I get a lot of those questions, actually about a month ago before I had my little hiatus, I got on my treadmill. I cranked it up over a few minutes up to about, I think 10 miles per hour. So that's 6-minute mile pace. Ran that for about a minute and a half. And honestly, it didn't feel bad. I could go out and run. It's not something I do. I don't know what that would look like over the course of 3, 4, 5 miles, but I could go out and run for 10 or 15 minutes at a reasonable pace and probably feel pretty good. So, some people have asked me about sprinting. I think I could sprint, but I have not gone a full-blown sprint. Like, I've gotten out, I do a little basketball coaching, so I'm in the gym, I'm cutting, I'm moving, I'm real short periods of sprinting. But to get out and really just open it up and run as fast as I can, I haven't actually done that. Jumping is actually something that someone was asking me about recently. I love to jump. It's a thing that I've put a lot of work into over the course of my life. Prior to my injury, I had a string that hangs from the ceiling of my gym. I jump up and touch that string. It's literally something I've done probably since I was in about the 3rd grade. My dad set me up doing that. And so I had my string at 10'6". Really the idea being that if I could stand flat-footed and jump up and touch 10'6", that going out and dunking a basketball would be relatively easy, especially if I was moving and jumping. And so I've hung a new string at this point. It's cut off at 10 feet. I can jump up and touch that. Not standing flat-footed, I might be able to, but a step or two into it. And so that's something I'm going to be advancing. But for people who are wondering about jumping, I had a guy specifically ask me about sprinting and jumping. I might be able to sprint, but I've not sprinted as hard as I can, and I can definitely jump some. My baseline jumping before I got injured was quite high, and so some of it is me maybe holding back as well, so I can go out and jump at this point. That's kind of an update of where I'm at. Sorry for missing a month of videos. I actually filmed one before I went on hiatus, had a bunch of the footage get ruined, and so wasn't able to post it. Gonna get back to try to post as much as I can. Hopefully by next week, I will be back up to more of my full workout and progressing on that. And I'll keep you guys updated. You guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and keep putting out videos, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Thanks a lot.